This week, join me as I explore the rise and fall of central Mexico's Teotihuacan, a metropolis of mega proportions that thrived for centuries, then mysteriously collapsed. Who built Teotihuacan, and what happened to them? To find out, I float above the ruins, search for answers to one of history's great enigmas. We're digging for the truth, and we're going to extremes to do it.
These are the ruins of Teotihuacan. At one point, this was a thriving cultural center. Some believe this was the first great city of the Western Hemisphere. But after centuries of dominance, it suddenly collapsed. Its inhabitants left us no readable documents to explain why. Just their monuments, their art, and their graves. Hi, I'm Josh Bernstein, and I've come here to central Mexico to explore the fate of this city's people. And there's no better place to start than with the ruins of the city itself.
Pyramids dominate the city skyline. Today, 3 major ones still stand. But in the past, as many as 200 smaller pyramids, all just a few feet from each other, dotted the city. Construction started in the 1st century AD. At its height, around 450 AD, almost 150,000 people lived here, in specially designed apartment complexes. The city stretched out for some 20 square miles, making it one of the ancient world's largest cities. Then, sometime after 550 AD, the city was suddenly abandoned, with no records left to explain what happened. Teotihuacan is located some 30 miles from modern-day Mexico City. It's easy to confuse the Teotihuacanos with the Maya or the Aztecs. But the Maya, who lived hundreds of miles away, were culturally and ethnically distinct from Teotihuacan. The Aztecs, on the other hand, the superhuman majesty of the ruins so profoundly impressed them that they immortalized it in their legends. They named this monumental city Teotihuacan, the city of the gods. Today, it's the most visited archaeological site in Mexico, but is still one of the least understood. Who built Teotihuacan? I'm here at the on-site museum with Dr. Mike Spence. He's conducted extensive excavations at Teotihuacan. His specialty? Analyzing human remains. Mike introduces me to some of the earliest inhabitants, or at least what's left of them. Clues like these have given him insight into the city and its people.
When we found these revolutionized our understanding of Teotihuacan. We had the idea that Teotihuacan was primarily peaceful. But when we found these, we realized that there was a more sinister aspect to the city. These particular individuals are soldiers, we believe.
Mike, how do you know that these guys were soldiers?
You can see that they're wearing these shell collars, and below the collars, hanging from them, are a series of replicas of human jawbones.
The ones here are replicas because this is a museum, or they actually were buried with replicas?
No, they were buried with replicas.
Oh, really?
Replicas meant to symbolize or represent the various kills they made in warfare.
So each jaw represents one?
And that's 1,000 or more kilometers away. It could have been Michoacan, which is still 200 to 300 kilometers away. So his story, he was born alive.
We've examined their bones and found some pretty grisly evidence of sacrifice. Now, city planning in human history. To get a full grasp of this city's scale, Linda tells me I have to get another point of view. All right, up and away. To get to the ancient city of Teotihuacan from here, I have to fly above the modern one.
For the wind.
Yeah. The captain just told me that if we stay low, the wind will take us right over the pyramids. If we go high, it's going to come back this way. Wind direction shifts with altitude.
Buenos días. Saludos, saludos con la mano.
Buenos días.
Around 45,000 people live in the Teotihuacan municipality today.
This was a bit voyeuristic.
That's not even a third the number who lived here 2,000 years ago. But the way in which this modern city is laid out seems much more haphazard than the ancient one. I was impressed by the size of the city from the ground, but from up here, what I see is a testament to the complexity and sophistication of the people who designed and built this city.
I've learned from Linda that the architects of Teotihuacan had something very precise in mind when they laid the city out. We've got the Avenue of the Dead running north-south. At this end, what we call today the Pyramid of the Moon. We don't know what they actually called it back then. And then over here on the east side is the Pyramid of the Sun. Here we can see the avenue. You see there's a line. Imagine a line going from the Pyramid of the Sun due west. And that crosses the Avenue of the Dead, heading north-south. This quadrangle is how archaeologists believe that this city was laid out to a master plan.
There's something more to this grid plan than meets the eye. Apparently, every wall, every street going north-south is angled exactly the same. Bearing just shy of true north, they're all angled at 15 degrees, 25 minutes east. The significance of this orientation? It's still a mystery.
It's really obvious from up here that nothing in this site is accidental or random. Everything was designed with a purpose.
It's as if the rulers wanted their pyramids to compete with the surrounding mountains. The scale and size of the pyramids were perhaps assurance that the elite were so powerful that they can now rival the gods themselves. What else do we know about these rulers and their imperial city? I head back to rejoin Linda Manzanilla, who wants to take me to a place where most people aren't allowed to go.
I would like you to wear this.
Okay.
It's a tunnel that goes like a serpent towards the center of the pyramid, and it's like the entrance to the underworld.
Oh, fun.
Linda is taking me under the Pyramid of the Sun, one of the biggest pyramids in the world. It rises as high as a 20-story building and is filled in with about 3 million cubic tons of dirt and rubble.
So is this the entrance here?
No, that's a tunnel made by the archaeologists, which should go inside this one.
The tunnel we're entering is the only one made by the ancients that's been found so far. But Linda thinks there may be other hidden tunnels. She wants to show me how they're trying to find these and why they may be important.
There we go.
With hard hats for protection, we descend into the tunnel.
Should be fun.
Linda believes that this shaft was created by removing loose volcanic rocks from the ground. The resulting serpentine tunnel heads down for 300 feet.
Tight squeeze, humid, and I can definitely feel the sensation of going down into the center of the pyramid.
Channel.
Over the centuries, this tunnel has been looted many times. All that's left of the original interior are a few stone channels that collected the water dripping from the ceiling. A hidden tunnel or chamber would be a real prize for the archaeologists. It could hold secret treasures that offer clues to some of this city's riddles.
It's getting hard to breathe.
To penetrate the hidden secrets of the pyramid, scientists are using the latest technological tool.
Got something huge and white in the center of the...
Oh yes, this is a muon detector. It's an instrument that we are using to see if there are chambers that the archaeologists have not seen inside the pyramid.
Muon detector.
Muon detector, yes.
Wow.
The muon Just like dental x-rays find cavities in teeth, the muon detector finds cavities in the pyramid above. Most muons get absorbed by the mass of the pyramid and don't reach the detector. But in spots where there are holes or chambers, more muons pass through to the machine, where they're reported and mapped. As for the tunnel, this is where it ends, in 4 chambers, which Linda says may have represented the 4 quadrants of the city above. Who knows what clues may have been in these chambers before it was looted? The muon detector will hopefully help improve our knowledge. But it'll take at least another year to measure the muons and work out if there are any hidden chambers. So until then,
We'll just let it do its thing.
up next, I travel to an ancient volcanic glass mine in search of more clues to this mysterious civilization.
Oh, because it might collapse.
Might collapse.
In search of clues about the inhabitants of the City of the Gods, I found out about mass sacrifices and possible hidden chambers under the state temple. From above, I saw real evidence that this was a true metropolis. It was a city with a multi-ethnic population ruled by a mysterious elite. How did this city become so